Hi, good morning. I'm joined by Mike Dean, BI Senior European Autos Analyst. Mike, thanks very much for taking the time to join us. I think as consumers, autos is something we can all relate to. And depending on the stats we view, be it US, UK, or European, transport costs do take up a pretty chunky proportion of household budgets. You've just produced your mid-year outlook, and in that report, you note that the industry's history of price and discipline exists. Are we on the cusp of easier pricing, do you think?
Hi, Rod. Yes, I think so, although pricing should remain positive in the first half of this year, given that positive pricing and mix is embedded into order backlogs currently being delivered. However, the risk for the second half is that when pent-up demand is exhausted and inventory channels are rebuilt, pricing and mix will come under pressure as production increases to more optimized capacity utilization levels, given automakers are no longer held back by semiconductor supply constraints. This comes as affordability becomes a real issue for consumers who are dealing with the cost of living crisis, higher interest rates, and with the majority of cars now being financed, this is all to do with the affordability of a monthly payment. So given these difficult circumstances, consumers may opt to extend the replacement cycle for their vehicle, downsize, or include fewer options on a new purchase. This is all negative for pricing.
And you've also written extensively on the transition to battery electric vehicles. What are the challenges the industry faces in making that change, Mike?
Well, definitely they're high cost at the moment. Just to give you an example, in the UK, a BEV on average is 50% more expensive than an ICE, internal combustion engine vehicle. So plus you've got rapidly changing technology, means consumers may be waiting for the next generation of platforms to be launched, which will have better range and connectivity. And therefore, range anxiety still remains a major issue, with real-world driving ranges for current BEVs falling well below those advertised, particularly in certain weather conditions. On top of this, there's a lack of public charging infrastructure. BEV pricing is also coming under pressure, with Tesla adding 500,000 units of new capacity in Berlin and Austin this year. This new production is coming online just as competition in this segment increases. And funny enough, Tesla has had to drop its prices globally to fill this capacity, and competition just intensifies even further over the next 18 months.
And then finally, as you highlight those risks and the melees in the industry, are there any segments of the industry that are going to be immune to that?
Yes, definitely the luxury segment. So we highlighted in our full year report back in December that luxury brands should outperform given strong order intake and backlogs, meaning they still have the ability to raise prices. This has certainly been the case in the first half, with Ferrari and Porsche both outperforming their peers in terms of share price performance year to date. Porsche has experienced a good sales mix with record 911 sales, which are likely to again exceed 40,000 units this year. That means there's a 1.5 to 2 year waiting list for this car. Ferrari is benefiting from strong demand for all its vehicles, and its production will pick up in the second quarter when first deliveries of its new Purosangue SUV are first delivered. And this model is now sold out until 2025. So this helped boost Ferrari to its capacity limit of about 15,000 units in the next few years, which is 50% higher than a year ago. Also, Volkswagen-owned Lamborghini and Bentley also reported record first quarter results with a strong outlook. And we expect Volkswagen to update their corporate restructuring ambitions on June the 21st at their Capital Markets Day, which may include news on a Lamborghini IPO. This follows the successful IPO of Porsche back in September last year, with that luxury brand now worth over 100 billion euros. So we value Lamborghini at about 20 billion, and this compares to Volkswagen's current market cap of just 68 billion euros. So therefore, the potential for another luxury IPO by Volkswagen is part of our recent focus idea update on the company.
Mike, that's great. Thanks very much for taking the time, and thanks for sharing your insights.
Thank you.